is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Episode 168. I always laugh because it's like I always catch Tyler off guard when I hit record. But yes, I'm Jake. That's Tyler.
Hey. It's stormy out right now.
It is storming. Storming Norman.
Storm Norman Schwarzkopf. Let's take it
Wow.
back to Desert Storm 1.
What?
Why?
What a deep cut.
What
of
the
all
fuck
the
are we doing?
of all the times we've invaded foreign countries for terrible reasons, what a deep cut.
It was a big deal when I was a kid. Because
See,
it
I
was
got
like,
the-
it
I got
was
the other
over
one.
in... Here's the common... Hang on. First things first.
This is not a
to-
political show.
No. But, no. All of the veterans that went over there, I know that there was, for a long time, there was some serious illness things and they couldn't figure it out. And all the service people who lost their lives in that operation, of course, you know, thank you for your service and all the people who fought in that and everything like that. I've never had a problem with any of the people on the ground.
No.
It's the people who send them there.
Yeah.
And
it's always
the
them
common theme at the time was that George Bush Sr. was not doing a bang-up job as the president. Like, he was kind of bland and nothing was happening. And he was also known as a wimp. So, two birds with one stone.
I said, hey.
Hey, I said, you know what? I'll show you what kind of bitch I am. I'll come into your
First
fucking
of all-
country.
First of all, did you not see me puke on the Japanese prime minister?
now-
That was baller.
Now, while Saddam Hussein was a horrible person, and yes, he did invade Iraq, or Kuwait, which gave us the excuse to go over there and whoop the shit out of him, because I mean, he had weapons that we got rid of because we got better ones. Oh, hey, that's nice. I used that last year. Anyway, the point is that the whole thing was like, it'll make the country feel better. Like,
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
sorry,
I got
deep cut,
You got
way off.
my. Excuse me. My conflict in the Middle East that I grew up with was
Storm.
post 9/11. So you
Oh.
got the pre 9/11. I got post 9/11.
Wasn't that Desert Storm 2?
pretty much?
Yeah,
That's not what it was called.
No.
I thought it was Operation Iraqi Freedom
Yeah.
or something.
No, I think you're right.
Anyway, but I don't want to go down that rabbit
Let's
hole.
get out of that.
We go from 9/11
Move to the next.
to
no,
a- to
we
a-
go from
to a different September
we go
date.
from the 90s, which is what I was talking
Oh,
about.
sorry.
Just gloss over what
Yeah.
you said.
Anyway,
All right, 'cause
Tyler had a birthday this previous week.
I had a birthday.
We celebrated.
We celebrated.
Came over. We had some cupcakes.
Have we sworn yet? Yeah, I think I have.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was fun. We hung out, had
Yeah.
some dinner, had
We
some
had
pizza,
taco pizza. Taco pizza.
and hung out, enjoyed our time together.
Oh, no.
We're gonna talk about some shows. This has been a little bit of a dry spell for us. This is the first time in a while we've had some new. You don't have to keep looking this up.
No,
this is
yeah,
not
sorry.
important.
You know what? I think it was a video game.
There were Desert Storm video games.
No, I know, but I think never mind. Let's go.
There was Desert Storm 2 video game.
Listen, I just made. I'm pretty sure. And
Hey man, I'm pretty sure it was called Team America World Police. That was the name
that
of
was
what
the
happened.
name of the war in So
anyway, yeah,
you were
we've been on
talking
a little
about
bit of a dry spell, so we have some shows to talk about. But
yeah.
Um,
No, we had fun.
no, yeah, we had.
I'm all
I
mad.
hope you had a
Hey!
good birthday.
I did have a good birthday.
Yeah.
We had some Casey's Pizza and we hung out and yeah,
We held hands under the stars.
I went and got a bunch of party hats, and I did these shark napkins. I went to one of the big box stores and I got like a bunch of their for kids' birthday parties.
Which is funny because you just
And it's-
pretty much made another birthday party for my kid.
Well, it's for me, right? Like, it's for my birthday, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, I know that excuse me. I know that your son will really, enjoy, like, he's into sharks and shit. So I'm like, okay, that'll be cool. And it's like, that's totally jawsome.
Yeah.
And the plates and stuff. And it was more about like, hey, let's have fun and let me be able to kind of experience my own kid's birthday party as if, you know what I mean? And like have those stupid party hats and like the little party favors
like
and stuff, and
child's birthday party for someone your age, just have fun with it.
Well, that was kind of it, but also it's
at a certain point,
well, somebody there is going to be happy with all that stuff, and that's
at
your
a
kid.
at a certain point,
Yeah.
it's like birthdays don't really matter. You hit a certain age, like
that's kind of what was my thing. Was like, hey, you know what would make this a lot more fun? If I just go over there and hang out, like that's fine. But if I go over there and hang out and I got like cupcakes and your wife is gonna make me cake, and I was totally like, oh my gosh, I brought cupcakes. And I
told her not to.
I brought the hats and all. We had the little, streamers and all that stuff, and just the fun little kid party stuff. It was fun. And then I didn't even get to blow out my candle because he did.
Yeah, well, it happened.
But
he
it
loves
was,
birthdays.
Yeah, I was like, why not? It'll be fun to, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
If anybody goes, hey, you're a little old for that, I was like, well, it was for him. And you know what I mean? But it was really for me.
I just wanted to say,
I like the napkins that say totally jawsome. Damn it!
I know that I hate to be that guy, but I already have a ton of not a ton, but I have a few Halloween decorations up already.
Nice.
And so I'm kind of in a spooky season mood. And we don't really talk about music on this show much, but I thought we had a little bit of space here. I've been kind of going back and listening to like Black Sabbath and stuff, because you and I had talked, I think, on this very pod at one point about what like scary stuff is still what makes scary stuff popular, and we were talking about how Ozzy had the idea of like, let's make our songs scary because people are going to these scary movies.
Well, him and Tony Iommi they went to the same kind of schools, and they were like very Catholic, or very overtly Christian like schools in England at that time, like 50s and 60s and shit. And so I don't know their personal religious stuff. I know.
I mean, Ozzy always had crosses. From what I
understand,
and stuff,
Ozzy's actually, a practicing, whatever that means. But I do know that both of them had the brilliant idea of like, well, I don't know if it was them or the record company. Doesn't matter. But somebody had the brilliant idea, I think it was them, to be like, hey, if we have pentagrams and shit, even though we don't believe in that shit, like,
people will buy it
because it's
it's forbidden. Yeah.
Hey, the first time I ever saw the Highway to Hell cover, my uncle had it, and I was like, it was like scary to me because he had a devil's tail and the horns, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm maybe 5 or 6, maybe even younger, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And so, of course, I didn't know that it was a band. I'd probably already heard AC/DC in the car on the radio at some point by then. But you know what I mean? So it was like,
well, and
then when I finally listened to him, it was probably,
as someone who loves horror and is like really, especially like recently, I've been reading a lot of horror books, and I've just been, it's so weird because not a lot of my friends, I have a few friends like, we have Grace who I do the Spooktacular with. I have a few other friends that are into it, but I'm really like the only one. And it is interesting. I made a mistake of doing this because at this point I have to walk my dog at like 9:00, so it's dark. Because at that point, it's like by the time my son's already been asleep.
You know what I can't do if I'm going to go out after dark? I cannot watch. No, it's not. Oh, God damn it. Keep going. Sorry.
But, I was just saying that, like, first of all, I've been
Forensic Files.
I've been reading these horror books, right?
Oh, good job.
And so I'm at night, and I have these noise-canceling headphones. So I'm constantly
Oh
looking.
my God.
I'm constantly looking around.
Yeah, see, I can't wear my headphones.
But I
after
made the
dark.
fucking mistake of listening to Black Sabbath because I love Black Sabbath. And I was like, it's just one of the songs that's shown up on a playlist. And I was like, I want to go back and listen to this because sometimes I do that. I just like, I remember a few songs from that album. I want to go listen to those songs. And I'm listening to, I think it was, well, it started with Sweet Leaf, which isn't really like that scary. It's a great song. Love that song. But so then I was like, oh yeah. So I jumped back and I was like, because it was just a little nostalgia. Because I used to listen to because they just had the Ozzy hits, the Ozzy Osbourne hits, and I used to listen to that so much back in the day. So I was like, I went back to that. I was fucking listening to War Pigs, and War Pigs is such a great song. But like it is such when you hear the fact that I'm walking at night in darkness. There's street lights, right? But there's still darkness.
Oh,
and there's those fucking
vocals,
sirens.
The vocals. Oh my God.
Doon, doon, doon. Like
and the actual vocals are fucking scary.
Well,
dude.
and then he's like, I'm Satan when Satan laughing
spreads his wings.
So yeah, I was fucking terrified.
You dope. No, I can't watch Forensic Files or Unsolved Mysteries if I'm going to go out after dark. I don't know why, but that whole like unknown.
Yeah.
And the way that they reenact some of the stuff is kind of fucking creepy and fucked up. So it's like,
I think it's called The Wizard. They have a song called The Wizard or
probably.
Wizard. That song's fucking creepy.
The wizard stole my wife. Like that one.
No, that's our song. We
sorry.
The
My bad.
Wizard stole my wife.
We're going to take the wizard.
He stole.
The wizard who stole my wife.
So that's our little.
Over mountains
Hey,
and
that's-
hills with
hey,
the
that's
dwarves of
our
Avalon. What?
Our new music segment. Taking notes.
Taking notes. You need me to write a sounder for that?
Ba-doo-boo-ba-doo-doo.
Right. Taking notes. We're writing them down. That means you should too.
You fucking clown. Like, it gets really aggressive at the end. Anyway. Stop it. Hey, it's enough.
That's a
The goddamn music
The
segment's done.
goddamn music segment is done. It's called Taking Notes.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
Boy, we had some fun. Okay. So what's up next?
So anyway, I don't know what that was about. So, well, let's talk about a show.
Oh, yeah.
We have two shows. Well, full disclosure, Tyler is going to kind of give his, like...
I feel like we should do Agatha first. Because we're going to spend a lot of time on the
true.
Penguin.
So we're
So
going to
let's
be
get
talking
the first
about
one out of the
Agatha All
way.
Along
Yeah.
and the Penguin, mostly what we'll be doing tonight.
Yes. First of all, I didn't know Jack Schaefer was a lady. Not that it matters.
Oh, was that Audrey Plaza's character?
No,
Aubrey,
the
probably.
person who ran WandaVision and who's running Agatha All Along.
Oh.
I saw some behind the scenes stuff and it was like Jack Schaefer. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Doesn't matter.
Oh, like the showrunner. Gotcha.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Like some assholes out there on the
But
internet.
usually when you see Jack, you assume it's a male name.
I mean, it was spelled J-A-C. So, I mean...
Weird.
Women are named Jackie. I like it matters.
People got
these days. The point is it doesn't matter because I liked WandaVision, and so far I like Agatha All Along. Now, you've seen the first part of the first episode, or
yeah. So
first half?
I've seen like the first half of the first episode. I stopped because
You're gonna start watching it, yeah.
Ashley seemed interested in
so
it,
we're gonna
I
do
took a
first. We're not gonna go through it at all. We're gonna do the first impressions, and then we'll start again
Yeah.
next week with episode 3 because there's 2.
break. Yeah, I mean, I've seen 20 plus minutes of it, so I can kind of give you my thoughts on what I saw in the first episode.
I liked how they're still playing with expectations.
yeah,
But you'll see what I mean in the second episode when there's a moment in all of these shows. You can't keep doing these types of shows, and like it or not, Penguin is a lot along the same lines of this show.
yeah.
I know we like Penguin better, but it's the same type of show. There's tropes, there's cliches, and
Yeah.
it seems like we just can't get rid of them. There's moments where she's like trying to go and get like people. I won't tell you why or how, and they're always like, nope, and then she's like, well, what about blah blah blah? And then they go, oh, well, okay, and it's like
It's the classic team up
Isn't
thing.
there some of that shit in the Penguin too? Some kind of there's something really
I
awful
don't know about
in there.
that. No, I think it is, but it's in for different reasons. We'll get to it when we talked about that. He's manipulating people, though. So I think you could say that, but I think it's for different reasons. Like it's tropey because he's playing into their behaviors. But anyway,
Overall, I like Penguin better, but Agatha All Along, I like Catherine Hahn, and
man,
at some point,
she's so good. In that just 20 minutes that I saw that first episode, that was the thing that stood out to me. Because I was talking to you about this. So we're going to do I want to be very clear about anything coming into this. No idea what this was going to be.
Me neither.
I didn't watch a single trailer. I didn't watch anything.
Saw a couple.
Because I told myself, I'm like, I really don't give a shit. And I still had no expectations going into this. I only watched it because I thought maybe we're going to cover it on the show.
Yeah.
And then Ashley said she was interested, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just stop and we can watch it together. And I had no expectations. Having said that, I really enjoyed what I watched. I thought it was pretty interesting and pretty fun. I think what really won me over was the fact that, okay, we're going to go with the WandaVision approach, and we're going to play with TV tropes, right? But we're going to have this moment where Audrey Plaza comes in, and she says, this is really what you think of yourself. Because I was talking to you about this. Because I was trying to, figure out what her what Agatha's vibe is in with this. Because at this point, we're doing True Detective. It's a cop drama. She's the main character of this investigation.
Well, did you?
And it looks her fingers of the body that she finds. They look like the fingers of what Scarlet Witches look like when she was the Darkhold.
So how
had
far
her.
did you get into it? Did you even see when it turns into something else?
The body?
Did you all you saw was Cop Show?
Yeah, I never saw it change genres.
We can't talk anymore.
Okay.
Stop.
So I'm talking about half an episode.
You can't. No, I can't even. I don't even.
No. But when I want to talk about this,
it's like the first part of that episode. I don't want to talk about anything past that because I don't want to break. Spoil anything for you.
I know, but I'm just trying to get my point across. What I was saying.
Go ahead. Sorry, I was.
What I was trying to get at was what really got me over with her performance was I was kind of like, what is she doing in this? What's Agatha's thing? And then when she shows up,
Aubrey Plaza.
What's her character's name?
I can't tell you.
Okay, I can't. They'll explain it later. Whatever. When her character shows up, and says, "This is what you think of yourself," and then that's when my brain was like, "Aha, okay, now I understand what she's doing here," because. At first, I'm like, clearly we're doing the WandaVision thing. We're going to do different TV ideas, that she is in control of this because she, that's the impression that you get, right?
Yeah.
And then that moment, then I caught on to this, and I was like, and then I started to notice it because she drops the mask a little bit. Then she has that line, "This is what you think of yourself," and then she picks the mask back up. And she plays the character again, where it's a lower voice. She's talking on the side of her mouth. It's more of this true detective character. And she just chews the right amount of scenery. And I'm sure as the show goes on, in the next episode, I will think the same. But I think she's continues to be such a highlight of this show. And I could tell that in the first 20 minutes.
Did you see later on when she's at home and Aubrey Plaza comes
Yeah, that super fucking awkward thing when they're eating pizza and drinking beer.
She catches the dude in her house.
Yeah, she chases him.
And then goes in the
he gets hit in the car by the
room.
woman from WandaVision.
They're in the interrogation
Yes.
room. Okay.
I saw that.
I'm not going to tell you anything other than that. We start watching it, I start watching it, and
what were your expectations?
I didn't have any expectations, and I didn't know anything about it. Same with Penguin. I had high expectations because I knew I would like it, and we'll get to that. But I had no idea what it was about, or not specific plot, specific points, whatever. I start watching the show, and right away I know it doesn't dawn on me right away because Agnes and Agatha are close enough, and I was just really enjoying the show.
Yeah.
That it took me a couple seconds when it was like Agnes or Agnes whatever, and I was like, wait, that's not right. So I'm like, okay, this is a show. This is a show that she's in or whatever. But I'm like, didn't she come out of it or something? So I'm like, okay, now what's going on? And I don't want to go past any of that because I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Okay. But so yeah,
I have enjoyed the first 2 episodes.
Talk about it as much as you want without spoiling.
The performances are really good. I really enjoy that. The one thing I do like about a lot of these ensemble pieces, these shows that they make for both MCU and Dune's sister or Dune Prophecy.
He was originally the sister.
And Penguin is one of them.
Yeah.
But they're ensemble pieces. A lot of the shows we like, The Boys, there's ensembles, right? And of course there's a main character, but there's still like a good solid 6 to 8 other characters that are always right.
Yeah.
And this is one of those. And one thing I like about them is that they always include like 1 or 2 people like you've seen before, and always like 2 or 3 people you've never even heard of, and you're like, oh, cool, who's that?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, their performance, whatever. They're just like, wow, that person's gorgeous or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And again, there is a musical number of sorts in the second episode. I won't get into it. I didn't mind it, but I know that the fucking chuds out on the internet are gonna just jump on that.
Oh my
like,
gosh! So I haven't.
The accolade all over.
I haven't seen this.
When the fuck did music become bad, you ass clowns?
I haven't seen this scene on the show myself, but I know there's a scene where she's naked.
Yeah.
And fucking Nerdrotic tweeted about it, being like, "Wow, it's really weird that this teenage girl is exposed to this naked woman. She's like checking her out," and I'm like,
"What? What?"
So he's like trying to insinuate that like Disney's being weird that she's naked in front of this younger girl, and it's like,
no,
dude, that has been a fucking trope in movies and shows for the longest
Everybody's
time.
weirded out that she's naked.
That trope, they have no problem when that shit happens when it's dude characters and you see a dude's ass. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The mom of the family is trying to take away the daughter,
but that's not.
And the dad keeps going like, "Oh," and
regardless.
like, come
but Tyler, that's my point. I have no context for that scene, and even I am like, shut the fuck up. That is such a trope.
Oh yeah.
A bare ass is used as a joke.
Dude, that's actually really, really funny moment. It's really,
that's what I mean. It's a fucking bare ass that's used as a joke.
To be really honest, it's the moment that it's the scene that actually made me kind of think, okay, maybe this show's got something going for it that I can get into.
Yeah.
So to be really honest, without that scene, I might not have. If it had just turned out, I'm not spoiling anything by telling you it's not just another WandaVision thing.
Yeah.
And if it had turned out to be like that, like the whole fucking first episode is like a true detective, and then the whole second, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it had turned out like that, I would turn that fucking shit off so fucking hard.
Yeah, because they're just ripping off what they already did.
What you're ripping? You're
just doing the same shit over.
Off.
Yeah.
You're jerking yourself.
You're jerking
man.
Yeah, you're just jerking off.
Man.
You're just jerking off all over me, and I don't appreciate it. What are you, Zorro? He's moving it in like a Z. It's impressive.
I was trying to see if your eyes were moving. Like,
oh,
I thought they were for a second. I'm like, oh.
Oh, I stopped. I was like, I don't know what this guy's doing.
I stopped. Looking.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the next. Finishing the first episode.
I think it's good that she wants to watch it because I think that'll help you like get into it more. Maybe.
It's an interesting. Like I said, it does have an interesting hook so far that I've seen. So
yeah,
I do love the gag about it saying it was adapted from the Dutch.
Yeah,
one division. That was funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, and then the fact that, like, again, she just cuts the line at the library. Like, there's some scenes where I'm like, okay, they're clearly going for parody at points. We're playing with we're playing with genres. We're playing with that.
I mean, look, I've told you about Bosch, right?
And hey, no, don't get me wrong.
Hang on.
I listen. We've talked about Bosch. You talked about Bosch on the show.
I fucking hate that show.
But listen, I'm someone that can enjoy a cop drama, but yeah, they're like that sometimes. Like, there's nothing, and it's the way that she talks when she talks to the detective voice. It's
No. Right, no, that's fair.
Oh, I'm just busy mourning this dead body.
No. I started watching like the original. I think it was the original Bosch, or it might have been Bosch, the new retro. I don't want to fucking.
Yeah,
who cares?
I
don't give a shit. Now, again, like, it's so like what a 14-year-old like kid thinks is cool.
He fucks and he fights
and he's got a fucking mansion with an infinity pool above Los Angeles. He's an LA detective. Shut the fuck up.
No,
he's clearly dirty.
Yeah,
maybe that's the whole point of the show. I didn't watch enough.
Yeah, maybe he's like the cocaine guy.
Right,
like,
and the point is like
he's a part of the kingpin.
Like, when she cuts in line, like, there's so many shows out there
funny.
showing like the cop being a maverick, whatever.
Hey, I need this fucking library card.
That was funny, dude. That was funny, and
I loved it.
She played it for laughs, I think, the whole time.
That's why they got her.
Which
like,
I really
she has
liked.
that comedic background, so she can.
There were moments when they were looking at the
get
dead
the
body that
mockery
it
of
was
it.
like, okay, whoa, she's really, shocked.
Again, you see the mask come off, and
Right,
you actually see Agatha there
and then
for a
she
minute.
was like, "You want to get out of my way, butthole?"
Yeah, and then that's what I mean.
Or
like,
whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm mourning a dead body.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. Like, yeah, she has to be the fucking hard ass. Well, the whole drive up and then getting out and you punched a perp, and she's just like, yeah, well, he deserved it. I don't even remember what she said, but it was along those lines. Yeah, it was worth it. But Chief said this is the only case only I could solve. So here I am.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. As soon as that comes out, I'm like, oh, we're clearly doing the illusion
It wasn't
bullshit.
as that bad, but yeah, it was.
It was love of those levels.
Clearly like, hey, she's a renegade cop.
It starts as parody immediately of like, yeah, we're
she's a renegade cop. It doesn't play by the rules.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah. And the fact that the credits are just the characters, that was interesting. And it didn't actually, so yeah, we kept with the tropes.
And that's what messed me up too, is because I wasn't really paying attention during the credits, because I was like, okay, well, this is not Agnes of Westview. And then the first name was what, Agatha Harkness?
Yeah. And it was like, and
or
Mrs.
A.
Hart.
Harkness
And
or
like
something.
something
Yeah,
like that.
and I was like, okay, so I didn't really even, it didn't occur to me until they said her name again later on in the episode. And I did air quotes with my fingers. I know you can't see that, folks. But I was like, oh, it was Agnes. Okay, wait. Okay, so this started to make whatever. But we won't talk about it anymore.
You sure?
I don't want to spoil anything for you. I think you'll enjoy it more if you
You've
don't.
already spoiled too much. You're right. On to the penguin.
On to the penguin. If you yes.
What? You fucking asshole. What? You ruined the drop.
Oh, I ruined the drop.
What?
Yeah. Maybe you need to turn your. There you go.
Maybe you need you to turn your ass up.
No, don't turn that up.
It's your fault. It's your fault. Be mad at yourself.
That's what the penguin said at the beginning of this episode. So, this is another show I had. Well, I had first heard about it, and
I hadn't seen any trailers for this.
I hadn't either. So yeah, imagine that we both went in blind.
I kind of knew it was.
To
It had
Agatha
to do
and
with. No, I think I didn't see any trailers, but I think I knew it had to do with. Maybe I read somewhere about how it was right after the Batman.
Yeah.
Do you need something to drink there, buddy?
I don't know what I need.
Well,
I need some
your
life.
glass is empty. Do we need to take a break?
My glass of life
We can take a break.
is
Plenty of
full.
time.
All right, we're talking Penguin. The Penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah. I was kind of like, do we need this? Why is this happening? What? You and I both were kind of like, why are we doing this? We're kind of interested in it, you know?
I felt like one of my favorite parts of the Batman, to be honest, and he didn't get a lot of screen time, was Penguin. And the reason why is because we talked about this off the air. You can see Colin Farrell in there sometimes, and it's crazy how think about how many prosthetics he must wear. Unless he actually has that many crowns in real life, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
But I love how every time he opens his mouth, his mouth is shiny.
Yeah. The gold teeth.
Yeah, and all the makeup and shit, and like it's really good looking makeup. You know, it's not
very
CGI.
believable prosthetics.
Yes. And
it reminds me of like the Vice prosthetics they did for Christian Bale, like very believable practical
which one?
effect.
What movie?
Vice, when he was Dick Cheney.
Yes. Fuck, I fucking forgot about that movie. Oh my god,
that movie's so good. It reminds me of it's very.
Hey, the narrator's the guy who got killed for his heart. Okay, or well, he gave up his heart after he got
I think this honestly looks better than that.
Yeah.
But it looks very good.
I think maybe they knew he was going to be on screen more, but
when you see close up and you see him talking and you kind of see him be charming and schmoozing,
his feet,
the club foot,
yeah.
But his like the way when he talks and he tries to like talk his way out of a situation, that's when you see. That's even when you hear. That's when I hear it and I see it. That's when I see Colin Farrell come through.
Now,
but I am never like taken out of the scene. I'm never taken out of the moment.
No,
I still believe he's Oswald.
I remember when he first started getting big, and he kind of had like the whole
bad boy persona,
the whole Russell Crowe thing going.
Yeah.
Hey, me and Tuck. What was his name on?
There's a thing where he's like,
what was on South Park and he
fighting
had
around the world.
Yeah, but what was his boat name? Tuck.
Because I don't want to go down the tangent.
Aww.
Because we're gonna do the fighting around the world.
No,
we're not doing.
You've already done it, and now we can move on.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was just wondering. Anyway, but it was great because he actually I saw the Banshees of Inisherin. We talked about that, and he's really good in that. He's kind of a sniveling little
He's
shit.
Great in Bruges. He's great.
Yeah.
In Horrible Bosses.
Great, and you can really. There's a gravitas about him too.
In that Daredevil
movie
from 2003.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. Like he's the only one who really understands that he's in it.
He leans
like he's in a good movie.
Everybody else is playing it straight, and he just realizes I'm fucking gonna play this as cartoony as hell, and it works
Makes
perfectly.
it so much better. Because
So yeah, no, I agree. I've liked him in everything I've seen him in.
I haven't seen anything where I'm like Miami Vice.
Did you ever see Phone Booth?
Yes,
with the sniper,
where
and
he's
like
just
trapped
in a phone booth. That was actually not bad.
That's all him.
Because I remember when they were making it, and they were like, "This is going to be stupid."
Okay,
the whole movie takes place in a phone booth.
That's my point. I've always thought Colin Farrell is a really good actor.
Yeah,
and so, I totally agree with you. He is fantastic in the Batman, and a little bit that you get. And I was texting you about this when I was watching. He is so fucking funny in this show. And somebody else pointed this out too. Like, and I mentioned it in our review when we saw it. When they interrogate him after that crazy awesome car chase.
Yeah.
And they interrogate him, and he goes, "What do you? Enough to know law and the difference between L and law." And like he's like, "What do you think a rat with wings is? Huh?"
Yeah.
You know, like he's just talking to him, like, and they're showing him the dead body. He's like, "What am I looking at?" It You get a lot of that in this show, and it because it's Colin Farrell and he's so fucking charismatic, it just comes through. And in a way, this show is kind of effective by the end of the episode at making me want to root for this anti-hero. Only because his mentality in this is my mentality. He's like, fuck all of these people. They're all criminals. Let them kill each other.
Yeah. No, you want to know my biggest criticism about this show?
What?
Scheduling. Let's put the first episode on a Thursday night at 9 p.m., and then instead of putting the next episode on its regular night, the following Sunday,
I told you it was going to be
4
Sundays.
days ago.
Yeah.
Or 4 days later, we're going to wait.
Even better. Even better.
11 days.
I'll tell you why.
We're going to wait 11 days for the next episode?
I'll tell you why.
Well, now it's...
No, Tyler, you want to know why? I'll fucking tell you. It's because it's this stupid thing that Warner Brothers Discovery is doing where it's like they have to divide everything up and make certain things. This is a Max original. This is an HBO original.
Oh, for
so
fuck's
because
sake.
it's no, for real. Because it's an HBO original, they want it to come out on Sundays because they want to get those ratings because it also goes out on HBO as well as the streaming services. So it's just like that's the part that annoys me because why not just do it on Thursdays? But it has to be on Sunday.
Max is always going to be tied to the cable like shit.
Yeah.
And that's why all their streaming is going to fail. And all their streaming shit is going to fail because they're still tied to this cable bullshit that nobody's using anymore.
Why? What is the big deal of like putting it on Sunday? Why can't you just put it on Thursdays? I just don't understand.
Why can't you put it
Peacemaker
tomorrow?
came out on like Thursdays.
I'm saying, why can't they come out tomorrow? Why can't the next episode come out tomorrow? The next one's not
why
out
do
till
we
the
have to wait
29th.
until the following Sunday? That
Fuck
doesn't
you.
make sense.
I'd be fine with it. You know what I mean?
When Disney did The Mandalorian, when they did this isn't the actual date, but this is the date that Disney Plus goes live. Then they had another episode that day.
You didn't Rebuild the Galaxy, did you?
No. So they should have had it like that. They should have, like you said, they should have had that episode come out on Thursday. And then, hey, get all those people that might be interested on Sunday, and then filter them in each week.
There's a character. Everything's like mashed up and fucked up, right?
Yeah.
In Rebuild the Galaxy, and there's a character in there named the Landolorian, baby.
Yeah. Ooh, I like it. And so.
That's the only criticism I have. Other than that, the scene. I mean, it looks like a well made movie.
Oh, I want to say it is kind of impressive in a way of how seamless this fits with the Batman.
Yeah,
and how unabashedly this is just gonna set up Batman 2.
It's cool with me. When's that coming out?
20. Yeah, next year. So October.
Next year.
October 25.
Is Penguin the villain?
Probably.
Obviously.
But there's rumors that it was going to be in the winter. And I'm like, are we fucking doing Freeze and Penguin in this? And then maybe a Joker? Oh my fuck. I'm serious.
Fuck.
I'm serious.
Don't give me 3 in 1. That's too much.
I don't want Joker in it. To be quite honest.
No.
But if we're gonna say yes, we are gonna finally get a serious interpretation of Mr. Freeze on the big screen. As someone who's always loved that character, I'm excited about that.
You know what sucks is that Mark Strong has taken over the role of
Falcone.
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 I think it's Falcone.
Falcone.
I want to say Falcone.
I've heard both.
But it sucks because, to be really brutally honest, the best Mr. Freeze I can think of is fucking Mark Strong, dude. Don't you? I mean, he's got the fucking look with the bald head and those glasses.
If what hadn't happened to him, I would have said Bruce Willis if he were available, but that's obviously not going to happen. But could you imagine though? Bruce
Tommy Lee
Willis
Jones,
Mr. Freeze, what could have been? Like that would have been fucking wild.
what Keanu Reeves?
She's what about Stone Cold Steve? Oh no, I didn't have the what?
Oh damn it!
Fucked it up.
So I'm gonna take down Gotham with a flood, and also a fire. Also, I'm gonna break the economy. Also, I'm gonna make the cops walk this freezer thing. I don't know. I got nothing. Also, I'm gonna steal all the gold. Also, I'm gonna fuck up the public transit. Also, I'm gonna rob every bank. Also, I'm gonna throw a bunch of people in the harbor. Also, I'm just gonna piss all over everything. That would have been the Skeletor one.
You know what else?
So I'm coming day and night.
So
it's terrific.
back to the penguin.
I'm just fucking shit.
No, and I was texting you during I was watching this, like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe how much I came out enjoying it. And I think it was what I talked about with Luke when I saw the Batman the first time in theaters, and it was a 3-hour movie, and I still said I could have sat through another 3 hours. By the time this is a long episode. This is an hour plus episode.
An hour
And I was like,
17,
I wish they would have done 2 episodes because I want to see the next
Oh,
episode.
that's why I'm pissed. I gotta wait. Well, now it's 7
Yeah.
days, but still, fuck you. You know.
I just love what Matt Reeves, like this
Do,
little
you know-
like
do we know how many episodes it is?
I think it's 8.
Okay.
Like I love this little like Matt Reeves pocket Batman universe.
I'm
I
cool
love
with
it. I love it, and the fact that like we get context for this. This is taking place a week after the Batman,
Yes.
which I thought about in my head contextually as this is going on. Why isn't Batman showing up? But then I thought,
First, it's only the first episode.
well, yeah, who knows? He might show up. I don't know. But first that. But secondly, there's an in-story reason. Like they're gonna say, like obviously Batman is dealing with rebuilding Gotham right now. He's preoccupied with that. He's not gonna chase Oswald. You know.
Do we know, because it's something we can know, is Pattinson scheduled to appear?
I have no idea, and I don't even want to look it up because I
Yeah, me
want
neither.
I want to be surprised if he does.
be surprised.
I guarantee if he shows up, it'll be in the last episode.
Just like it's when a movie is well done and everybody's on board and the vision of what they're trying to make comes across, like
Yeah.
the Batman, like I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine is a good
Peacemaker.
example. Peacemaker is a good one. It really shows.
Yeah.
And
That's what I mean, like this little pocket
Batman-
Matt Reeves universe.
Yeah. I know that there's criticism about the Batman for various reasons. I don't really care.
I
honestly,
fucking love that movie. I
it's
don't
a
give a
fucking
shit.
great movie.
I love that movie. Fuck off.
It was really, really good, and it still continues to be good. And it's just, whether you like the dark and gritty approach, I feel like the best Batman was Michael Keaton, I think. He was awesome.
Debatable.
Bale is a close, because he nailed the dichotomy of Bruce Wayne and Batman. The problem is that he was a terrible
It
Bruce
could be
Wayne.
disputed.
He
Everybody's
was a terrible Bruce Wayne.
everybody's got their own Batman.
But a
everybody's
great
got their own
Batman. Bale was, yeah. Anyway, point is that that movie kind of started off. That was the first like live action movie, other than the '60s one, that returned to the dark and gritty because of the backlash. Like
Yeah.
everybody knew Batman as the campy shit, so they were like, Burton was like, no, we want to return it to this, dark gritty,
Yeah.
And I think this movie, I remember when we first saw the previews for it, and they show like the fucking car. And then I think I saw a close-up of the thing, and it looked like it was pieces of a gun.
And then you find out it's the Batarangs.
Right. And I was just like, dude, this is fucking going to be cool.
Oh, and then you find out like
I'm not a huge Batman guy, but I was like, this is going to be cool.
And that's the thing with this universe is I love how they're playing with it. And I heard that because he calls him Oswald Cobb, and there's a rumor that
they took out Cobblepot.
and there's some people that were really like, this is like being ashamed of your source material. I'm like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. I don't care.
On one hand,
How many times I got look? I don't know how many times I gotta. I'm sorry, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta keep doing this.
okay.
And I gotta let me go off for a second, and we'll come back. I promise. I don't know how many times I gotta fucking flash my credentials. You could look at my fucking bookcase and you can see all the Batman books that I have. I've talked many times how much I love the character. I can tell you this: I do not give a fuck that his name is not Cobblepot. Shut the fuck up, will you please? Because you know what? This show fucking rules. Like, this one episode was awesome. And I don't give a shit. Thank you. That's my soapbox. And also, if you do care about that, but you're not going to, and you don't fucking bitch and moan about it online, okay, that's cool. I respect that. But if you're like, well, they don't fucking care about the source material, despite all the cool fucking Easter eggs that are throughout this episode.
Right.
Like, no, he's not Cobblepot.
Listen.
Shut up.
Listen. On the one hand, I care. On the other hand, I don't.
And you could, look, I want to be very clear. I
earned my nerd card when I was 2 and I saw Star Wars in the fucking
I'm just
theater
saying-
on the original run when it was just called Star Wars. It wasn't Episode 4. It wasn't A New Hope. It was just Star Wars. There were no plans to make... Well, by then there might have been plans to make a
I'm just
second
saying,
one
I'm
because
just-
it'd probably been
guys,
crazy at the
look,
box office.
Tyler, it's also I want to point out it's an adaptation.
Yeah, shut up.
It's not fucking. It's its own thing.
I don't care enough for it to affect my how I view the
that
show.
didn't turn me at all when I heard that. I was like, oh fuck, dude.
Here's the thing. I heard. I think they only say his last name once or twice in the whole episode.
Yeah.
And
They
it's
mostly
very
just call him
passable.
Oz or-
Right. Yeah, they say like Oz Cobb or something. The point is that I caught it a couple times, and then I was reading about the Penguin later after the show because I was like, I want to read about it. And they talked about how they made the decision to change it because it's more grounded. And I'm like, the one hand, I'm like, Oswald Cobblepot, man. But on the other hand, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah. There's part of me that's like, why not just keep the name?
I don't
But there's
care
also part of me
enough.
that's like, I don't fucking give a shit at the same time. And if you do care, I want to be clear. If you do care, sure, whatever, that's fine. But if you're gonna be like, oh, this is just shitting on the source of the comics and everything, but to ignore all the other cool shit that happens in this, especially as a Batman fan, it's like, come on, dude, what are we doing?
I just want to say one thing about James Gunn because, this is kind of...
James Gunn changes the shit all the time.
I know, but I got to say this. I really hate how many characters I love that he took and used as either cannon fodder or comic relief.
Adam Warlock.
No, I'm talking about the original Guardians.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about he's done it. Ego the Living Planet alone.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Mantis a little bit. The point is that he took a lot of characters that I really really care about and kind of threw them away a little bit for little things. Now, having said that, I really enjoyed all 3 Guardians movies.
Yeah.
And I am not that hardcore. My thing about most of it is that we'll just never see them again in this version of the MCU. But now that we know it's being... You get what I'm saying? If I knew that there wasn't going to be a reboot and now we don't have a Stakar because Stallone isn't going to come back or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
So you were talking... When we were talking about Agatha earlier, you were talking about there's characters later or there's actors later that show up that you're like, oh, I didn't expect that or I wouldn't have expected that. That happened to me with the Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Where the first... Because I would recommend it. If you have Prime, go check out Marvelous Miss Maisel. It's fucking a fantastic show. Check it out. The Antonio Falcone is...
You ain't engineering shit. It's Alberto.
Alberto, right.
But you
Alberto,
ain't engineering shit, Antonio.
Alberto, he is one of the characters from Marvelous Miss Maisel. I'm like, oh shit, this dude's in it. And I liked him in that. He's a pretty talented actor.
The whole opening scene... I'm sorry, I just blew it
Yeah,
up.
Jesus.
The whole opening scene was really great.
Oh, I love the little montage of catching you up where we're at in the story, and then also the timeline of what it is. So, like, okay, it's a week after the Batman, after the city's sea level rose, after Falcone was killed. So, like, this is where we're at. But, yeah, that whole beginning is so great because it is the first time we see him be a little bit of the liar and the conniver of like, oh, I know he's sober, but I have a secret stash. He just casually mentions there's a stash to just be like, hey, I have some if you want some. And then sure enough, he's like, but hey, drinking's not.
I love after he
You
shot
don't
him,
have.
he's
You
like,
can drink.
Oh, fuck.
No, that was my favorite thing because that's such a great tone setter of what this is going to be. Of you're experiencing this guy just say, you know what, I'm going to just take over the underworld. Why not?
Well, he has
It's up
to
for
because
grabs.
he's like, either I'm dead or I got to take over the underworld.
I don't want to work for this fucking idiot. And yeah, when he just the fact that he started saying this shit about him and then he just pop, 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 pop. Oh, he laughs and he's fuck. And I gotta say this right now. This is everything I would have wanted Gotham to be.
Yeah.
Because this just, like you said, they bought in. Everybody fucking nails it, man. Like every you want to talk about, you and I have talked about this, and you've always had this joke of like, you're like, well, I tend to like dialogue scenes more than you do.
Yeah.
You enjoy more of like the action and how that's done. Yeah, but I also can appreciate something like this where there's just really good actors in a scene just having really good dialogue. Like the scene where he gets called in and he's talking with them and they're trying to close him down, and then he starts being like in a Hail Mary move to be like, well, I got this fucking experimental drug and we'll keep the thing open because it's my... And in that moment incriminates himself
in front of her.
And it's like, it's kind of amazing because
the way he gets himself out of it is pretty awesome.
He's such a fucking idiot, but then he's so good at fixing his fuck ups, but then he also creates more fuck ups, and it's just kind of impressive. And I will say this show is hilarious. Like, Colin Farrell is so funny as the Penguin. Consistently. I'm cracking up, especially when he picks up Victor, this kid who he like takes as a ward who tried to like steal his car. He's just like, well, I got your ID, so now you're going to help me dump this fucking dead body. And he's like, by the way, the last guy who disrespected me, this is what happened, so I'll fucking shoot you too. And this whole time he's just like, oh, I'm hungry. And he just takes his kid with him this whole time. He's like, I'm hungry. You want to get a sandwich? They go get a sandwich. And then when he's bitching about the pickles.
Yeah.
While he has a dead fucking body. And it's like...
I want one that's been in your fucking mouth. No, kid.
It reminded me of Goodfellas.
So what's the normal amount of pickles? One?
It's the Goodfellas thing.
I ask for extra pickles and I get 2. So what's the normal amount? 1? That was awesome.
What do you need a knife for? I got to get the deer out of my car. Like, that's what that is. Like, that, you know what I mean?
The hoof. What do you call the foot? The hoof.
Literally that. They're like, they give me 2 fucking pickles. Like, one pickle is, it's an extra and one pickle. And he's like, what, mine? No, I don't want your fucking pickles.
In your fucking mouth, kid? That was great.
It's just like, I had that moment of like, man, I have really forgot that little itch of like crime dramas, of like mobster movies. Because this is a mobster movie. This is what this is.
To be really honest, and I don't want to, I'm going to say this, but I don't want it to be taken as, disrespecting like Colin Farrell's performance, because I don't want to. But it's almost as if he found a brilliant way to channel Tommy DeVito and Jimmy Conway into one fucking character. Am I right?
Yeah.
They're both like in there somewhere. He channels a little bit of fucking De Niro. He channels a little bit of fucking Pesci, but it's all him. You know what I mean? I was just sitting here like all the facial expressions, that he makes and stuff. And when he's like talking, to Victor in the car sometimes, and it feels like he doesn't even give a shit that there's somebody else there.
Well, and it's just the fact that like
so he's almost talking to himself.
He almost ignores the fact that like Victor is not used to this, so he's not used to the fact that he's just like, okay, here's how my process of getting rid of a fucking dead body, and like he's just nonchalant that he just murdered someone. Like this kid is freaking out and stuttering and like,
when they first drive and he's just staring at him, and the kid's just like, and he's just.
Oh, and you talk about light. You talk about how his teeth there's always light. I love that because there's shots that are just his eyes and his teeth are the only thing you see. And it's like, it's this weird, creepy little ugly dude, and I love it.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they did something special with the lighting, but if they did, it's fucking brilliant.
And by the way,
every shot you see, even if he's not smiling, you see the gold in his mouth.
Yeah. I'm interested in this too because the Batman is PG-13. And the Batman Part 2 will be PG-13. I don't think we'll ever get a...
At least language,
we will never ever get an R-rated wide release. Do I think they'll probably have an R-rated cut of the Batman Part 2 on Max? Maybe.
Or they'll just fucking
Matt Reeves,
get rid of it for a tax write-off, you fucks.
But Matt Reeves doesn't really do director's cuts like that anyway. So So it's kind of interesting that they're like going balls to the wall, like TVMA. We're saying fuck and shit, and there's a boob shot, there's blood and guts, blood and violence. So I'm kind of wondering how that's going to work with the Batman Part 2 and how that's going to work. But I am truly amazed that I'm sitting here watching a show in a Batman universe with no Batman about Penguin. Let's be honest, a villain I never really give a shit about. I thought Danny DeVito was great in Batman Returns for what it was.
You want to know what's great about the Penguin is the Superpowers action figure. It was fucking totally like from the fucking cartoon. He had the big
I
belly.
wanna be- well-
He's got the fucking multicolored
Well, here's the thing.
umbrella and the top hat and the fucking cigarette.
Well, here's the thing, Tyler. There's the '60s version. Because Penguin is like Batman. He's been around for so long. There's so many different versions. There's the '60s version. There's the Danny DeVito version. There's the one that I also think was interesting because they went in a different approach, where they did one for the Telltale games where he comes from money as well, but he's like his whole thing's different in that. And then you have Gotham has their own version, and now this.
Yeah.
And I think that's again what I love about these DC characters is how much they keep reinventing. But I like the fact that we're getting a scrappy underdog Penguin, because this is what frustrates me about like the whole Cobb thing, and I think I'm making a bigger deal about it than it is. But what frustrates me, because I think that people don't understand how much they really love this, because just like the Batman has elements of all different Batman inspirations going into it. I feel like you see all those kind of Penguin inspirations in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's moments when he's his own Penguin where he's this hardcore mobster, but then there's also like he has moments where there's even cars with his close up on his teeth and he's laughing, and I'm like, okay, we're obviously paying a little homage to his little laugh, and like, so that's what I mean. Like there's still a lot of love to the comic book material here. Like so I hate the idea, but this is what I'm saying. You could do a grounded story of this.
This is a
very believable story of this.
This is probably it's the best version of Penguin, I think, live action version of Penguin that we've seen, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because you have that grounded realism, but you also have a little bit of like the clubfoot, his scars that make his face kind of look
and
like
he has a pointed nose.
right?
And yeah.
But
he has that comic booky look to him, yeah.
when it comes down to it, dude, and we talked about this, you can go back and listen to our review of The Batman. When it comes down to it, one of my favorite parts of that movie is when he's fucking kicking everybody's ass in
And
the
it's just
club.
the
It's the
gunshots.
first. No, it's the first appearance of the Penguin. He's kicking everybody's ass in the club.
Oh yeah,
and he
the
turns
Iceberg
around and
Lounge.
goes,
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
sweetheart.
Sweetheart. Yeah.
Right away, I'm like, I fucking love this character. I fucking love this performance because it's just whoa, sweetheart. Like it was just
No,
nailed it.
For me, again, what I think is like when you can do both, and what makes the Nolan movies so good, and what makes these so good, is yes, you can be very grounded, but also lean into that, because that car chase, it's like a horror movie when he's chasing him, and you got this pounding score, but you also got Penguin, who's also kind of the audience being like, what the fuck, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then like, I beat you, like he like. And you see that again in this, and you're like, God, okay, he just fits the world.
Yep.
And he fits, and that's the biggest compliment I could give it is, yeah, we have these little comic book touches to make him look like Penguin, but he fits in so well, and it's believable that he is a mobster in this world. And then as this episode develops, and he has the conversation, which is his mom, right?
Yeah.
Where she says, just fuck it, burn it all down, take it all.
Yeah.
And it was such a great...
I thought that was a great twist.
It's a good twist, and it's like a nice little moment of a mom being a mom and being like, I've always believed in you. You've always special to me. It's like, yeah, because you're his fucking mom. You're going to say that. But yeah. And that's truly what motivates him to go for... great example of amazing storytelling in this show. Because this will lead into the next part that I want to talk about. So when he's talking to Alberto, he notices Salvatore Marconi's pinky ring.
Yep.
He notices it.
Yeah.
After he kills Alberto, he goes home and sits down, lays down in his bed for a minute, and he has the coin has the ring, and he keeps it. In my head, I'm like, Chekhov's gun. That ring is important. When are we gonna get the payoff? And as he's talking to Salvatore Marconi, I'm like, he's got the fucking ring. And then so when he's trying to get him to work in Marconi, and I love it, God damn it, this is such good world building and believability, where he's like, I don't trust you because you fucked me over and you're going to fuck me over again. So I don't trust
you. Get
you.
the fuck out of here.
And then he goes, well, I got this. Well, how did
you used to have it?
you used to have this? Who had this? Oh, Carmine had it as a fucking joke, and he's like, how'd you get it? Maybe I'm not as
Yeah.
pretty much saying like maybe I'm not as loyal to them as you think, or maybe I'm not as bad as you think, or shitty as you think I am. And it's like, again, I'm like, fuck, this is smart, because you know what this is? This is two things. One, it's what Gotham should have been. Two, you know what this should have been? What Venom should have been. This is actually what Sony should have done, maybe.
Yes.
Because this is much more successful. Because you know what? This is pro wrestling, Tyler. This is pro wrestling. I say it every episode. It's all pro wrestling, damn it.
It's all pro wrestling.
We're building Penguin
Romans
up.
did
We're
it.
going to build Penguin up in this show. Build up a gang war. Have it collapse these two gangs. Make him the power in Gotham so he can be the fucking big bad in Batman Part 2. And it's genius. Because I want to see him get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I want him to beat these guys because fuck them. And then I want him to get his ass kicked. It's so good. So we have to talk about Sophia Falcone, who shows up to this. I can't remember her name, but I love her. She was in How I Met Your Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Made for Love, which is a show that was on HBO.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Okay,
really good
that's
show.
where I remember her from. Yeah.
She is Sophia. She gets out of. They mentioned Arkham. She gets out of Arkham. She's mentioned as a serial killer. They call her the Hangman. We don't know what exactly. It's all about that. So then we also get hints that Penguin kind of sold her out. Is that what she's implying?
She says it.
Yeah, because she's like, you had to go to my father, And so there's like that awkward relationship about them, and then she's already on to him about like, where's my brother? Do you know where my brother is? Why haven't he checked in?
Yeah.
And again, I love the fact that this is Penguin being so stupid, but also maybe not being as stupid as I thought, because he kind of was like, well, he had to be like, she's going to ask about this, right? So he's like, well, I don't know. I shouldn't have made a move, but, he's on his little bender, and I couldn't trust him. I'm an asshole. I'm stupid. Yeah, you're right. I'm a dummy. Because he keeps bringing that up in this episode. Like, I fucking acquiesce to them, so everybody just chills the fuck out. Because they're all psychopaths. He doesn't want to get shot. And he knows that. He knows they're all crazy. And, that whole exchange is awkward. But then later, when she finally figures it out, and he's butt naked, strapped to a chair, which, by the way, Colin Farrell made a joke that they gave him a fake penguin dick. Like, it was detachable, it was Velcro, it was like, people were taking that serious. I'm like, he's fucking joking. Why would they give him a fake dick? It's DC. We're not going to see dick.
We ain't seeing dick.
Titties? Fine. Dick? Get that out of here.
Get that dick out of here.
DC. Don't cock.
Go ahead and give me some dick.
So they put this like barbed rope thing, or barbed, I don't even know what to describe it, but this barbed,
It looked like just
band.
fishing wire.
Well, yeah, something like that. And they put it in his armpit, which is like such a
They were
good-
trying to take his arm off. That's what it looked like to me.
which is such a good
They were going to take
pinpoint.
his
Well, they're
arm off with fishing
Well,
line,
and
which
it's-
is going to be incredibly painful and
it's
long.
and it's
It's gonna
super
take a while.
sensitive in that part of your body, that area. So they're digging in to be like, tell me I'm crazy that I don't think what I think, that you fucking killed my brother and you're hiding it from me.
Yeah.
In this moment where it looks like the worst, Victor finally comes through, puts a cinder block in a car, drives it in, and there's the dead body and like a missing pinky. And I was like, damn. Because I saw a bone. I was like, shit. And again, great example, and I talked to you about this, of how good this show is at like playing with your expectations of what it should be. And
Yeah.
like, well, even before that, the scene before, you get to see more of Penguin's cunning and his smarts, where he gets stuck in a situation where he can't get out, so he opens the door to make it look like he runs into a crowd, but he's actually hiding in
In the
a trunk. And he gets out, and then he think he's home free, and then some dude just fucking belts him in the face, and he goes, fuck! And it just like knocks him out, and I'm like, that's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Again, just like the Batman, there are moments that are like subtly really fucking funny throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole show for the first episode. And then like just the end of that with like that reveal, and then him at the end be like, Pinky, I thought this part was what I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
When he's saying, like, when
well, I
he's-
started and I was
Oh
like,
my
am I
God.
going to hit the larynx or am I going to go? You know, am
By
I gonna
the
do
end of the
this
that's
or
what I
go from
mean.
the back?
Tyler, the beginning of this
Wait,
episode,
you're thinking over too much.
the beginning of this episode, this kid was a
You did
fucking
good.
stuttering, nervous
You
mess.
did good.
And by the end of the episode, he's like,
What I
"Oh,
tell you? When
yeah.
you mix all the flavors.
Pinky though?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did want all the mess, and then I couldn't cut the head off." Like, and then then they go to slush puppies that they were talking about earlier. And he's like, "I told you to mix the flavors. It's great, you know."
Yep.
And then 9 to 5 starts playing. That's the end of the episode. And yeah, I ate it up, man. I think.
The music was really good. Everything was just really good. I'm really.
Oh, I love that the Penguin has his own, like, you know, the Batman has his own theme in this. Like,
I'm
Penguin has his
really
own theme.
excited to see the next episode. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And so the whole Salvatore Marconi scene. God damn it. Marconi. First of all, I didn't know Clancy Brown was in it. Shout out to that. Another great actor. I was like, oh shit. That whole sequence I loved because I love seeing him in anything. But yeah, that idea of like he's like pretty much saying fuck the Falcones. I'll fuck them over.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's doing all this and he goes like, yeah, I'm using all my guys and all that, and then like I'm doing all the effort, and just that whole exchange was great. I love so much of this. Can't wait for episode 2.
Me
It's kind
too.
of stupid that we had to wait so long, but
Yeah,
you know,
that's the only criticism I really have about it, to be honest.
what am I looking at? The clubfoot thing was like, ew.
Well, that does it for another episode of Off Panel Off Topic. I've been your host. Oh, I thought you were going to say brilliant or something.
Oh,
I don't think we should do the music every time.
Why not?
Turn it off. Stop it. No, just turn it off because I want to use the soundboard. Stop it, and then we can turn this back up. Okay?
all right, fine, jeez.
So you can play with the soundboard. Maybe come up with something funny on the way out. I think. How long would you go?
Finish it! Finish it!
Off Panel Off Topic with Jake and Tyler.